All right, all right. I'm going to wait a few minutes. All right, all right. Shalom, shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall rest therein. Just coming with a little something, something. Hello, everyone in the live chat. It's good to see you all. You all, I've been dealing with something today, and it's been pretty heavy. And it's so heavy to where starting to feel kind of emotional because of how he take out time and deal with me. I don't feel worldly. I just don't feel that I am entitled to what he gives me and what he says to me and how he speaks to my spirit. He had told me to write it down, and I didn't write it down because I keep saying, oh, I remember. I remember. That's what you call disobedience. My mother used to tell me when I was a teenager, why is it you so hard-headed? When he tell you to do something, why you don't do it? See, she knew all the time. She always knew. And yet I'm still disobedient. But you know what? In spite of it all, I still know that he loves me. He take out a lot of time, you all, to speak to my spirit. And I think that's such a blessing. I wish I had one of my brothers back in the days to speak on that topic of what I'm experiencing, you know? There's never an end to or a limit to where he put to where he can only come a certain time of day, a certain hour, or a certain day out of the week, or a certain time period out of the month. Y'all, this is my life. This is nonstop. And the name of this topic is going to cover something went wrong. Something went wrong. And the sad part is about it, he took me to Genesis. And the reason why I say it's sad is I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, Father, y'all. You finna take me back to the beginning? Wait a minute, hold up. You mean it's something in the beginning that I missed again? Wait a minute, Father, y'all. You mean you're gonna take me back to the very beginning? Come on here, girl. Come on, let me take you back. He began to deal with me on the whole idea of when I gave you this word love. I want you to know how powerful it is. It's not the word love, it's the word give. So I got to come back to you. I got to come back to you with this here. I'm going to give it to you like he gave it to me. And again, hello, everyone in the live chat. It's good to see everyone. And the topic is again, something went wrong. And when he took me back to the beginning, he took me to, if you all can get your Bibles, please. This is going to be a very interesting message. And now it makes sense. When I said that, he said, "He that has an ear, let him hear." And you know what is powerful than that? Very few shall find. He meant that. Because that's what I was saying when I went in the back room. I said, wait a minute, that's why you said, and very few shall find. And I can see exactly what he means now. Because there's no way I could have found this, you all, unless he shared it with me. And I thank him for it, because we can use that today. Have you ever wondered how this thing called love got in the midst of Yah's word? Notice when he created everything in the beginning, he never called it love. When he created, he never called it love. When everything is said and done and the new Jerusalem come down, love can't find its way in what it's going to be like in the new Jerusalem. Love is not going to be there, y'all. Because the love in which we have smeared all over the place and defined was the work of the enemy, planting things there to really get our focus off of really what Yah love really is. I wish I can, no, I ain't gonna wish, I know I could, but I couldn't teach it without, if I could delete the word love and put what Yah started everything with. And when that new Jerusalem comes, it's going to be founded under what he's going to give and what he has gave to us already. Well, what do you mean gave, Deborah? Because the new Jerusalem is finished. He already see it's completed. He already given it to those who are going to be entitled. He just waiting for that day in which he has chosen to bring it down. So he's giving something that you never had on the earth. He's bringing it down. You see? He's giving something. But you ain't going to find the word love. Go to Revelation. When the new Jerusalem. You ain't going to find the word love. Because the word love was one of those things, from what I'm understanding in the spirit, that was put there to smear us away from really what it really was. And the reason why we can't come together, you know why we can't love one another? We can't be obedient. We can't have a caring heart for one another. We can't work together. We can't build together. It's because we don't have what it takes. Something went wrong. And it went wrong from the beginning. Somewhere along the line, and he gave me that example of Yeshua. Is he white? Did he come in the image of a man that is white? Or did he come in the image of a man that is Negro? Which one? Dark skin, white, which is Caucasian, or Negro, which is, I say, Hebrew Israelite nation. Which one did he come in? The truth of it. Now tell the truth. He came in the image that has been missing for thousands of years by a lie that he was a Caucasian white man. You see that? How many years? Thousands, hundreds, thousands of years. You see what I'm saying? That was a lie for that many years, you guys. So what Sister Deborah is finna say is like unto that. The word love. The word love in Yah is give and gave. Okay? The word love is give and gave. And what I'm about to share with you, you're going to kind of feel it in a way. And you know what else I found out? It'll keep you from trying to define it and trying to live up. Now, not live up. Yeah, live up to it. Because it really can't be defined. I have a mother of 6 adult children. If I put them and ask them all come over and let's give you each a sheet of paper, and I will give you $100 if you all can nail the word love. On the piece of paper, tell me what love is. I will give them, whoever can get it right, $100. I know I ain't gonna lose my $100. That's why I can say, okay, I tell you what, I give you 500. You see, I know I'm not gonna lose it because something went wrong, y'all. It wasn't what we were told or what we believed and what we understood. So if I gave them if I had my adult children here and I said, I give you $500, whoever can define love, they wouldn't be able to define it. Because I asked them, where did you get your definition? And who told you? You see? And then I would give them my verses that the Ruach taught me in the scriptures. And they would try to figure out, well, why is it saying give and gave? As if it is second and third to love. And it's not. It is the first and the second. They come together. Like Yeshua HaMashiach come together. When that's what give and gave is. They come together. But why would they say love, though, mama? But it says here, it's give and gave. And that's why I know neither one of them would win the $500. Because it's just that deep. It's just that. And yes, I got a couple of smart children. But they still wouldn't get it. Thousands of years, we've been told that Yeshua HaMashiach was a Caucasian, was a white, or Arab, or whatever other color outside of really who he was. Thousands of years. We've been over here 400 years, our ancestors, and we've been thinking it was what? Yeshua, what was Jesus Christ, a white man. So don't think you can't be fooled by this word love, because you are. In Genesis, he said, come on back here. And I was like, okay, you mean I got to go back to the first book and the first verse, Father God? He said, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm just finna see what are you finna show me that has to do with give? And then he took me to the first and the second. Now, was it the first and the second? Yeah, he took me to the first and the second verse of Genesis. Genesis 1, verse 1 and 2. Okay. He took me there first to let me understand that he had in mind to create these things. And then when he wanted me to understand that the power punch came in on 3, verse 3. But he wanted me to go back, just show, you know what he's I'm gonna be honest with you. What he's really showing me is how we really missed it. Something went wrong. We really missed it. And if we missed it in the beginning, and this is not just that's why we're missing it now. Because we missed the beginning. In Genesis chapter 1, we're going to start with 1 and 2. In the beginning, Yah created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void. The darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of Yah moved upon the face of the water. And watch this here, verse 3. Now he's getting ready to what? Throw down. Watch it. He said, and Yah said, let there be light. And there was light. Now he stopped me right there, y'all. Guess where he stopped me? Right there. He said, now do you see that? Now he say, what do you see? I said, I got you. I see what you're showing me. See, you wanted me to first come down so I can see it's at the very beginning. It's where we missed it. The word let means give. The word let in Yah mean give. I said, wait a minute, hold up, Father Yah. He said, go Hebrew. Strong. Couldn't find it under the Hebrew strong, but under the Hebrew definition. Then I went Greek, and guess what? You'll see give and give under Greek and under Hebrew. So let's convert it over to give. Yah said, give them light, and there was light. That's what it was. Something went wrong. You see? And what was he saying? Give them light to. Telling his right hand, bring it on out. Give them some light. Everything Yah has given us, he gave it out of his right hand. You see what I'm saying? It came out of that right hand. That right hand is power. Somebody asks you, give me, do you have $5? You go into your pocket, you get it out, and you give. You see what I'm saying? Yah was telling me we missed something. It went wrong to the point of that's why we're swimming in iniquity, sin, wicked and darkness and evil. It's because we missed who he was from the beginning. Everything. And then you notice he repeated it all the way down. Let there be. Let there be. Let me give them. Let me give them this. Let me give them that. Let me give them this. Let me give them that. And every time he was saying let, his hand was getting doing the work. Then he said, let us. He's telling his power. Let us. See that let. Something went wrong, y'all. But Yah said, it's never over until it's over. And what that does is it gives us a better insight on why we can't love one another, y'all. Why we can't do right by one another. Why can't we help each other? Why can't we do anything to come into unity? Because something went wrong. When you realize what it really is, then you'll understand something went wrong. And he's blessing us. He said in the end days, how knowledge will increase. You think people looking for knowledge to increase? No, they looking to awaken. Awaken to what? Stupidity. This is knowledge increase. I want to increase the heart of my Father, his spiritual heart. And his spiritual heart was to give us life. When he breathed into Adam, what did he do? He gave him. You see? What did he give him? His breath. You see, everything he did, it was about him giving. And the reason why we can't come together, we want to think it's all about love. That's why we can't find love. Women can't find love among men. Men can't find love among women. We can't find love among our children. Our children can't find love among us. Y'all don't see how our children don't love us? Y'all don't see why our husbands don't love us? Why our men can't love us? Y'all can't see why women can't love our men? Why we can't just get in order? In the way he designed us, man being head, woman being that help meet to meet the will of my Father, not the sexual desire of no man. You won't find that in no biblical word. And the Ruach ain't going to teach you that. He said, I created everything for my purpose and my will. I created. Not for each individual. To woman be for man, man be for woman, a father and mother be for children. Oh no. It was for him. What we created for. His will. Now, well, he took me a little higher. It took me a little deeper than deep. He took me a little further than further. Now, let's go to Romans chapter 5. This is Romans chapter 5. And he said, verse 11. I mean, he had me going, wait a minute. Let me tell y'all what he told me. He said, have you ever wondered? And he don't know, you know what? Sometimes I wonder about you, Father. Because that's the same way I already felt. But he was saying to me today, he said, do you ever wonder why you see people loving animals and they call that love? Do you see what they're doing? They're giving them health care. They're giving them dental care. They're giving them a place to stay. They even giving them their own rooms. They wearing clothes. They even walking around picking up their poop. When they crap, the dogs crap, can't go to the earth anymore, to the grass. They got to pick it up. Humans picking up animal waste and bagging it. He began to tell me, I said, Father, you know, I'm totally against them loving these animals the way I have been I'm a lover of animals. But that's what turned me away from animals. When I began as a young person seeing how people started making these animals like they were human. And then I seen so many people out homeless in the streets and didn't have nothing to eat, eating out of trash can. And you got this here animal here eating the best of the best and having the best. But they call that love. They can't show any of that type of love to a human being, but they can show it to a beast. They can house that beast and leave that man out on the street. They can feed that beast, but leave that man out on the street. They'll put a swat on that beast, but have that man with no shoes on. They're loving beasts. Now they're getting snakes to love, birds to love, fowls, everything they can get, any and everything they can get to love. Because it's called sick love. It's no such word as love. It's something they made up. That's why it has no meaning to it when a man be married to a woman 25 years and have 3 children by it and go in there and kill her and the 3 children. Or a woman have a baby and she loves that baby, bring her up till she's 16 and decide to harm her. You see? Where's the love? Y'all want to call it love? A lot of people didn't understand what Tina Turner was saying, what love has to do with. Honestly, when y'all broke down love to me, I turned straight to Tina Turner and said, hey, Tina Turner, that's what she was probably talking about. Because it don't have anything to do with anything. It's not even, have you ever wondered, why is it I can't love everybody? Christ loved us. Why I can't love those who do evil unto me? Why I can't love those who do me wrong? Yeah, you can lie that you love them because the word love is a lie. Have you ever wondered that? How is it that you cannot? And then you have some women saying, oh, he loves me because he beat me. She defines that as love. You'll see people going out robbing for their husband or their wife, stealing in the name of love. Have you ever seen 2 people in the household, both of them alcoholic? And everybody said they've been together for years. You can tell they love each other. loving each other in their sin, drinking, and their bodies is now starting to have all kind of sickness, but they loving each other and ain't turning down the drink now. Still alcoholics in the household. A man in the household selling drugs to everybody in his community. And just because he give everybody watermelon, he loves his community. People, okay, Father, here you go. People on this going devil platform telling you, I only do it because I love you. See? You only do what? Get subscribers and likes so you can get a check? Cause your love, honey, baby, this love is not what you think it is. It is something that they have taken to cover up the identity of who he is. I was saying to you all the other day, when Yeshua asked him, flesh and blood did not, he said to him, who do thou say that I am? He was asking the disciples, but Peter nailed it. He told them who he was and what he said. Flesh and blood did not reveal that to you. What do you mean? Flesh and blood did not give that to you, because flesh and blood can't give you that truth. Only one can give you that is the man, and not the man, but the creator, the Father, my Father in heaven. Right then, you seen Yeshua. Watch this, y'all. You seen Yeshua cut himself away from the Father because he was the Son of Man. Y'all never will catch that in a million years. See, he was the Son of Man speaking to Peter. He said, flesh and blood didn't reveal that to you, meaning I'm your teacher and I didn't reveal that to you. But the Father in the heavens gave you that. You see? And he said, upon this rock, I built this church on him. You know why? He finna give him something. See? That's love. It's what he's giving him. He put something on the heart of Peter that can never be removed. That's what Peter was charged to feed his lambs and to feed his sheep and his sheep. You see? You know, because he put something in him. He gave him something. Y'all better wake up and know who he is. And it's going to help you to be likened to him, to be a give and a gave one, not a love one, because not nan one of you on this devil platform can define love. You ain't going to find it. Let's go to Romans chapter 5. Chapter 5 of Romans, verse 11. He gave me this in here, and I was like, I can't see it. What are you talking about? I don't see it. But listen to this. Romans chapter 5. Wait a minute. Did I give you that right? No, I'm sorry. Romans chapter 5, verse 1. I got two ones on Romans chapter 5, verse 1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with Yah through the Lord Yeshua HaMashiach. Let's say that again. Romans chapter 5, verse 1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with God, with Yah, through our Lord Yeshua HaMashiach. Let's go over it again. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with Yah through our Lord Yeshua HaMashiach. Let me tell you where it's at. I'm sitting here saying, "But wait a minute, hold up, Father. Where is it at? I can't see it." Oh, he had me in school today, y'all. He had me going. And I'm like, I can't see it in there. Where is it at? I can't see it. He's trying to show me where he gave. Now, listen to when I'm finished. Listen to how he gave it to me. Therefore, being justified by faith, I gave peace with Yah through our Lord Jesus Christ. He gave peace with Yah through our Lord Jesus Christ. He's telling me we have peace. Why? Because he gave peace. You see, we have. See, if I gave you this book, now you can say, I have this book. Because what? I gave it to you. You see what I'm saying? And that's what he's saying here. Therefore, being justified by faith, I gave peace with Yah through the Lord Jesus Christ. I gave peace. He wanted us to understand. Now, this is here. This is in Romans. This is Paul. Paul? But Yah is showing me. Once you start reading his word, you're going to start putting them pieces in and connecting them with everything that was done. It was by giving and gave. Even the word let, go look it up. The Greek said let is to give. And when the Hebrew definition, they said it is to give. It's one of its definition is to give. But I'm just showing you how we can overlook who he is. Because here he gave. Here he said, we have. What do we have? What he gave? That's what he showed me. That's how he showed me. He said, what do you have? He said, what do you have? It's what I gave. Peace with God, which it says here through our Lord Jesus Christ. That's what it says here. But he's showing you we have something. What we have, what he gave. And that's sad. It's really sad. That's why, it really is sad because something went wrong, y'all. Not just something, a lot of something went wrong. Because, he said, when he was teaching me that, he said, I said, Father, that people are not going, they ain't going to be any. I said, they ain't going to be able to get that. He said, but didn't I say very few shall find? He said it. I mean, when he was telling me that, that's because I be asking stupid questions, y'all. It's funny because I'm laughing because the stupid questions I be asking him when he be teaching me something, I just ask stupid questions. That's just all there is to it. Now let's go to Matthew 22. I asked stupid questions. Let's go to Matthew 22. Matthew 22. Now watch this here. And that's really why I'm laughing, because I think about the questions I asked. He said, I ain't got no sense. I know I don't have no sense, and that's all right. I don't have no sense in this flesh, but in that spirit, I got all that I need. Matthew's chapter 22. Matthew's chapter 22 and 27, verse 27. 22 and verse 27. Wait a minute. Verse 22. Matthew's 22. No, that's not right. Matthew's 22. And did I do that wrong? I wrote that wrong. Matthew's 22. I know that ain't it. I like that too. I love that, Father. Yeah, I love that. But let me get this here right. Let's try Luke. I'm gonna go back to this one here. 22. I can't believe I wrote that down wrong. 22. Matthew's 22 and 27. I have to come back to that one. But I got Luke Luke 10. Let's go there. Luke 10, verse 27 and 28. Luke 10, verse 27 and 28. Okay. Let me see if this is, yeah. Luke 10, chapter 10, verse 27. And he answered, no, let me go to 26. Let me bump it up a little. And he said unto him, what is written in the law? How readiness thy? Read it thy. How read it thy? Okay, watch this here. And he answered, and he's answering, said, thou shalt love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. Okay, let me read that again. In verse 26, he said unto him, what is written in the law? How readeth thou? Verse 27. And he answered and said, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. That's the first commandment, you guys. Now let me finish saying. In verse 28 says, and he said unto him, thou hast answered right. This do, thou shalt live. Ooh, did you get it? If you're able to master that, thou shalt live. Do you know what live he's talking about? He's talking about eternal. He's talking about eternal. What do you mean, Deborah? Okay, we finna get into this give. Since you don't know what love really covers in Yah, it's give. Watch what he said. And in this here, verse 27, it says, and he answered and said, verse 27, Luke 10, verse 27, answer, thou shalt love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart. Give thy your heart. Watch this here. And with all thy soul. Ain't no soul, y'all. It's a spirit. Give Yah your spirit. And with all thy strength. Give Yah your strength. He don't want your flesh. He's talking about spirit, y'all. He's talking about that light I be telling y'all about. That's what he's talking about. Give me all that. And let me abide in that. And you will have life eternal. That's what he's talking about. Give me what I've given you already. It belonged to me anyway. But I want you to give me that based on my first commandment. Give it back to me. What I already gave you, give it back. How are you going to give it back to him? Yeshua HaMashiach. The HaMashiach is just right here. Give it back to him. Accepting Yeshua HaMashiach, you're going to give it back to him what belongs to him anyway. What he gave you. You're just going to give it back to him. So when he said, thou shalt love, thou shalt give me thy heart. Thou shalt give me thy spirit. And thou shalt give me thy strength and thy mind and thy neighbors as thyself. Give to your neighbors as I'm asking you to give me. How can we give to our neighbors? Your time, your strength, your words. Yes, you can give stuff outside of that. But Yah is saying, love your neighbors as I'm asking you to give back to me. Because once you get back to me, I will teach you how to give unto your neighbors the same measure in which you have given to me that I have gave you. Everything he asking you to give him, he already owned. But he don't want your flesh. He don't want your fake love. He don't want your fake love. Do you know 99.9 of the people do not even deal with their neighbors? Neighbors mean near. You know they don't even deal with their neighbors. Neighbors can mean family members. Near to you. That's what it's meaning. Near to you. Somebody needs your time. Somebody need a word from you. You need your hand, which is your strength. You see how he said it? Your spirit, your mind, what you think, what you feel, you can give that to someone. It'll help someone. It'll bless someone. It don't have to all the time be in money and materialistic things, because those things vanish. He's telling you to give him. What he gonna do with your regular mind? You know your mind go back to the dirt. He ain't talking about your natural mind. He ain't talking about your strength. He ain't talking about your natural heart. He's talking about your spirit and all that is within it. Because a lot of people don't even understand. Your heart, your spirit has a mind. It has a heart. You see? He said, give that back to me, what I already gave to you, because I own it anyway. But when you give it back to me, you have accepted the mission of Yeshua HaMashiach. And my HaMashiach, which is my right hand, is going to usher my spirit into you, because you have turned it over to me, which I owned it anyway. But when you turn it over, I'm going to give you eternal life. You see? It's about, I'm going to give you. Let's go back here. And he said here in verse 28, and he said unto him, thou hast answered right. Do this. Do what? Do what? Do what? Give. He didn't say love. Do. If you're doing something, he's already told you what you're going to be. Do this. Do what? Give me your heart. Give me your strength. Give me your mind and thy neighbors as thyself. That means give to your neighbors the things you would give yourself. Because he's asking you to understand, what is this that I'm giving? Look how it's labored here. And he answered and said, thou shalt love. Father Yah, what is love? You'll never find it defined in this book. That's deep, ain't it, y'all? Go, somebody. Make that your how would I say it? Something that you would want to try doing. You ain't gonna find it. Because when you find love, you're gonna see it backed up with his power of giving and gave. That's what you're gonna see. Just like in the other verse, he said he had peace. He what did he say? What is it? Something about we have peace, or he gave. No, did he say? No, he said gave, but he said we have peace. Oh, how do we get it? You see, he gave it, and that's how we have it. You think you can get peace without him giving it to you? See, everything you can labor, everything you can say, everything you can think is lined up in what he gave and what he gave. That word love, it would take you away from him. It will move you out of the order. Because do you know right now, I'm going to be honest. I was saying, how can you honor your mother and your father? He didn't say love your mother and father. Y'all ain't never thought of that, did you? He didn't say love your mother and father. You notice that? Because love is not in his vocabulary. Honor your mother and your father. You see? And when you look up honor, how much? Watch what it says. It's going to be connected with give. You see what I'm saying? So he's dealing with me with it today. And I'm like, when he shot that dog thing to me, that just did it. Because he knew already that I had an issue as a teenager because I was a pet lover, and I decided not to love pets anymore because human was teaching them Humans was treating these animals like they was human. And I seen too many people on the street. I was the one going out there to the homeless and to those out on the streets. And it was confusing my mind. How you gonna have a dog in the house and people out on the street? How you gonna feed a dog in the house and people out on the street? See, mentally, that was messing me up. I couldn't understand that. That's why it's no love as the world. Why do you think they don't care if they give you this bee and it's going to kill you? What happened to the love? You think they love you? They setting you up from the floor up to walk y'all's word out. You see? So you might as well get with somebody that's going to teach you that which is hidden. What was that topic? Something went wrong. Something went wrong. So did it ever dawned on you all? Why is it we can't unite? Huh? Have you ever figured that out? Well, wait a minute. Hold up. We are awakening. Why can't we love one another? Why can't we come into unity? Why can't we help those in our community? What can we do for the orphanage, the fatherless, the homeless? Why can't we do all these things, Deborah? Stop. Why can't we? Don't we got love? Why can't my husband love me? Why can't my wife love me? Y'all ain't never told a woman to love her husband. He have never told a man to love her husband. Because his wife, if he loves his wife, he loves her flesh. You see? If he loves her wife, he loves her flesh. If the wife loves her husband, she loves his flesh. You see? But if you do it the way y'all said it, man, love your wife as Christ loved the church. Wait a minute. As Christ, how did Christ love the church? Take that word love out. That's what's screwing up marriages today. They're trying to figure out when we're supposed to love one another. No. How did Christ love how did God love the church? He gave his only begotten. What did he do? He gave. So somewhere something went wrong with this word love. How did it get in there to the point where the men don't understand they were supposed to give and gave their wives? You see what I'm saying? But he didn't tell. It wasn't said that wife is to love her husband in that way. But she is to see him like Christ is to the church. You see? And you can't use the word love because it can't be defined. And if any one of you all try to justify it and clarify this word love to be what you want to say it is and what it's supposed to mean in this book, you's a liar. And you still gonna sit in darkness all your life. All this darkness and wickedness and evils that's out on this earth. How dare anybody define the word love? Everybody is destroying one another. From your household to your family, to grandparents, to children, everywhere. Where's the love? Hold up, Father. Y'all hold up. Isaiah 3, you said you're going to cause the children to be the parents' oppressor. That means unrighteous toward their parents, unjust toward their parents. But where's the love? Huh? Because that word love, something went wrong, y'all. We've been using that word to cover up who our Father is. Look at all what he have done. When he sat there and told me the whole host of heaven brought the children of Israel out of the hand of Pharaoh, I said, they missed that, Father. They didn't see that. See, because we're so eager to sit on these platforms and hear people, we don't want to take our time and sit down and hear the Most High speak to us in our spirit, man. He's the true teacher. He said he will teach you all things, even the things that you don't have in this book. He said, I will be your teacher. But you have to want him to be that to you. It ain't saying that everybody else is wrong. No. It ain't saying everybody's right either. But if you put right in the right category, and that is him, he is all righteous. Then he said everything else will be added. Just put me first. Now, we don't want to do that. We want to be on YouTube, scouting, trying to see who's saying what, who's saying this, and who doing this. We ain't trying to get up under him to learn of his love. Now, in here, when he was saying, give me all your heart, soul, I don't never say soul, I say spirit. Okay? Because that's what he gave us, a light. It's a spirit. Okay? Strength and mind. That's all spirit, y'all. That's all spirit. Why? Because he can work with that. He can work with that. He said, you give me that. And then he turned around and he said, and thy neighbors as thyself. Why thyself now, Father? Why thyself? Because you gave me all of you. You're going to be able to give your neighbors as yourself. Because you gave me all of you. That's why that's the first one. And the second one is like unto it. It's because after you give him all of that, meaning give him back the spirit in which he has given you that had a heart, mind, soul, and strength. Give it back to me. I'm ready to sit in the midst of it. And we're going to rumble from here. And how he going to do it? He going to run that flesh down of yours. And your flesh going to have to bow down to your spirit and do what your spirit tell you to do. Not you do what your flesh tell you to do. That's backwards. That's out of order. Your flesh will send you to hell. Your flesh can send you straight to hell and send you 6 foot under in a harsh way. Because you got to see which one you're going to worship. You can't give Yah all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. All your heart, mind, strength, and spirit. And then let your flesh rule. Because you just told Yah, I'm giving you me, all of me. And when I give you all of me, I'm going to be like the same way with my neighbors as you are going to be with me after you have what you gave me, I gave it back. That's what Christ come to do. To usher you back to the bosom of Yah. Okay? Now, something that he said to me that was really, and that's the same thing that was in Matthew's. I don't know how that got out of there, but it was the same thing that was in Matthew's. Now, let's go to Deuteronomy 6. I'm almost done here. Deuteronomy 6. And then we can talk, y'all. We can talk. In Deuteronomy 6, when I saw that, I was like, okay. He had me all over the place, y'all, with a lot of verses. And it just amazing how they was all lining up, making a lot of sense to my spirit. When it makes sense to my spirit, I don't care if I'm the only one in the room. I'm good. I'm good. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4 through 7. 6. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. I hope I got this wrote down. O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord with thy God with all thy heart, with all thy spirit, with all thy might. Now, was not that what was said in Matthew's and in Luke that was said? Here it is in the Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4 and 5. Thou shalt, and verse 5, let's go verse 4. Oh, hear, verse here. O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Okay. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy spirit, and with all thy might. That love. What define it? How you gonna love somebody the way this love is speaking of? You can't. How you gonna love Yah? Come on, somebody. Bet you won't find that in the biblical. How you gonna love Yah? Watch this here. He said, with all thy heart. How you know with all your heart is? Okay? And with all thy spirit. And with all thy might. You know what he said? Give all of you to me. Give your spirit back to who gave it to you. And I'll show you what I can do. Love was placed there. Had to have been. Because if we would understand when he says, love thy Yah, tell me how you're going to do it. Not one human being on the face of the earth can tell you, not one, how you going to love him. How you going to love him with all your heart? How do you know what all your heart is? You don't. And how you going to love him with all your, it says soul, but I said spirit. How you going to do that? And with all your might. You know how you going to do it? With one word. Give it to me. And then you don't have to worry about defining nothing. All you have to say, I gave him me. That's all he asked for. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I gave him me, and that's all he asked for. That's all he asked for. See how simple that is. When Sister Deborah, why do you say that's all he asked for? When he gave you everything, you're about to give back to him. That's why. He's going to give you, he's asking you to give what he gave you back to him. He gave it to you, and he asking you to just give it back to him. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it's like. You can't define it. You can't justify it. You can't clarify how to love him with all your heart. Find it. Show me it. Now one of you on the face of the earth can. How you gonna give him all of your heart? What is all your heart? What is all your strength? What is all your mind? He said, give me what belongs back to me that I gave you. That's all. The Most High is the most simple of any and everything on the face of the earth. We made it difficult and hard. Now, if we could just be honest, we could see why we can't unite. Because we won't give to help one another, to support one another. You see? We don't just put love to the side. If we could just take this word give and gave and build our nation on that alone. Even in Genesis, when he created Adam and Eve, he created them to do what? To fulfill his will. He didn't say I created Adam to love Eve. I created Eve to love Adam. He didn't say nothing about no love. So all this love that's all up in here, you say, well, where did that come from? See what I'm saying? He didn't say love thy mother and father. He said honor them. Because this word love is something somewhere went wrong, y'all. I can't pinpoint it. But those who say that they so smart and they scholars, they done mastered it, you ain't mastered nothing but stupidity. Because this can't be mastered. He already didn't labor it. Very few shall find their end. So what Sister Deborah is speaking to you all, it's what he meant by very few shall find their end. But I had to laugh earlier because he was telling me about dogs because he know I was like, wait a minute, dogs. I love pets. But because of man showing this so-called love toward an animal and leave human beings out there hungry and not a place to stay, not a food to eat. Why is that, Deborah? Because that's what y'all want us to do. We don't want to do what he wants us to do. He wants us to give to them. He said, I was hungry. And you didn't what? Give me food. I was in prison. You didn't come to what? Visit me for what? To give me encouraging words while I'm down in prison. In a heavy metal, how would I say it? What's this? We're in captivity. See, these are the things he's telling us because we don't want to do that. And I know you all have heard where they talk about Black people just need to support Black people. You know what they talk about? Spend your money in your community. How you gonna spend your money in your community? Your community don't even know how to give, nor do they give. The men ain't gave keeping up their community, but they said they built this country, but you can't even clean up your neighborhood. Something wrong with that, y'all. Y'all don't see something wrong with that? How are we gonna build our community and build this and that? Oh, but we so awakening, but we still separating ourselves in different groups. Oh, I'm over here with my academy in my school. I ain't teaching nobody else. I'm over here teaching my group of people. I ain't teaching nobody else. Y'all ain't did that. That is not the way Christ rolled. That is not the way Christ rumbled. You didn't see him walk like that. But that's how these men and women talk today. Up in their house with theirs, talking to you all, telling you all what's going on in the world, and you living in the cities, in the midst of it, and they up in the woods somewhere. But they telling you what's going on in your neck of the woods. That don't even make any sense. That don't even make any sense. But that's what people want. They give the people what they want. Stupidity. Stuff that don't make no sense. Stuff that feed their flesh. But Sister Deborah's telling you that from now on, every last one at the sound of my voice, when you read that word, you're going to start to see really who Yah is. When he said give and gave is who he is. Everything he's given, everything he's gave. That's why he at the point now that he knew he would get to. Hey, wait a minute. It's time to cut out on some of this. It's time y'all to feel something. It's time to feel something. I done gave everything. And he has. Still waiting to bring that New Jerusalem on down. Give something else. The end part. Got it all decked and everything for you. See, still giving. You see? Never ending. While we down here cutting up from the floor up, talking all this old stupid stuff and thinking we getting somewhere with it. Don't even know he putting it on our tab. So back to the give and gave. In Deuteronomy, what was that? 6:4. Listen to this. O Israel, the Lord our God is one. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart. Okay. And thou shalt teach, listen to this, and thou shalt teach them diligently until thy children. Oh, y'all got to hear this. Y'all got to hear this. Let's go back. And verse 7, and thou shalt teach them diligently until thy children, and shall talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, praise the mighty Yah, and when thou rise up. How can you teach what you don't know? What I just showed you is what he just said. Now you see how we missed that? Sister Deborah is telling you what he's meaning when he said, give me all this and give me all this. This is what he asked you to give. How you going to teach that to your children when you don't even know what it is? How you going to teach it? How can the men teach these children? And listen how beautiful he said it. He said in verse 7, and thou shalt teach them diligently until thy children. That means, come on, y'all. These generations that's missed it. Something went wrong. Something went wrong, y'all. And shall talk of them. Talk of what? What he just said up in 6 and 5. O Israel, Love thy Yah with all thy heart, with all thy soul. I call it all thy spirit, and with all thy might. How you gonna teach that to your children? You don't even know it ain't got nothing to do with no love. How you gonna teach your children to give and gave when you thinking it's love? He's sitting here telling you, even when you're lying down and when you're rising. And then in verse 8, he said, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be, what's that, frontlets between thy eyes. Now, this is what the fake Jews do. Everybody think that thing that you put on your hand is to this is deep, y'all. What he's telling you about binding, he's speaking spirit, y'all. Just like the 666, you can't get 666 rolled up here and be deceived. You can put a 6, they can give you a 66 here, but you can still serve Yah. The devil's coming deeper than that. And you see those fake Jews putting that thing up here because they thinking that's what he's telling them. He's talking about going deeper than skull. That's how ignorant they are. That's why when they walk up to them walls and be talking, that's how far from who he is they are. And so are we. Because if we don't know what give and gave is, and that's the foundation of who he is. Matter of fact, that's going to be the number one I would put as who he is. We want to put love. Define it. You can't. That's why love, all this stuff that's going on, we're trying to figure out, well, what all this crap? How these people? Wait a minute. Hold up. What's missing? Everybody don't even understand. They can't even define this love. And when we show you something else, he went on to talking about a man loving his children. That's why a man can't love his children. He don't know what love is. He's been told what it is. And that's why he don't want to go to the household to even get to know what it is. Because you know why? It has to do with give and gave, and they don't want to do that. Women didn't know that, did y'all? See, they don't want to give nor gave. They don't want to give them any discipline. They don't want to give them any food. They don't want to give them any housing. They don't want to give them any roof. They don't want to give them nothing. So you don't have what you think you thinking you trying to labor your ass love. You don't have it. So when women thinking that there is something we done, it's something because no, baby. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Never did. When you go back to the old, you see how our brothers teach us about how they were back in the old. They took care of everything. They gave. They gave and they give their families. These men today, they don't have none whatsoever characteristics of who the Father truly is. I'm going to do a study on when he says, it's someone is supposed to come. Hallelujah. I haven't gotten into it because I'm a messenger of the Most High Yah. But I'm going to get into it because I'm talking to y'all now and it's talking to me. How he's going to bring the father back to the children and the children back to the father. See, he ain't said to the mother. Because the mother is the one that gave and give. And no end to it. She get cursed out. She get beat up. She get everything. She get ridiculed. She get everything. She forever giving and gave. So that's another thing women got to wake up and understand. You done more than your part. We thought it was love. As the world labored love. That's why we hurt, because we put so much into it. We get nothing in return. But it was really the true identity of Yah. Give and gave. Ain't that's what we did, mothers? We give and we gave all that we can give and all that we can get. We gave. We gave it. We gave them our all. We gave them our best. I can't say that for every mother. No, I can't. But I can definitely stand for me and mine, my mother. I used to always say, well, my mother, she put us, made sure that we had, made sure she was constantly giving us time, going places with us, doing things with us. You see? So where, if any of our brothers get on these devil platform and they talk anything else, they are a lie and the truth is never going to be in them. Because that's why they talking around in circles. And a lot of people who've been on here so long, they just routing the same thing over and over and over because they can't bring you no revelation from Yah. They got to start filling in the missing pieces within themselves. They got to talk about food that go in one mouth and come out the other end. And try to put that on a pedestal. Come on now, y'all. We got to put the Most High up there at all times. Don't ever put no bull crap like that over here. But when we sit and get on these platforms and gang bang against each other about nothing and ain't got him up on high, you sick. You sicker than sick. Spiritual and natural. And you're leading the multitude. No, you ain't leading the multitude nowhere. He said the great falling away is already then took place and still is in great numbers because people are falling away from what I'm teaching you all right now. They have fallen. Remember he said, and very few shall find. He knew it because he knew he would lead those that he needed to know, to find what Sister Deborah's talking about right now. So love ain't nothing but a man-made word that they hid, give, and gave. So you can't see Yah's true identity is to give and gave. He asked you when he was judging, he said, I was hungry. You didn't give me something to eat. Give me. See, you have to give someone that's hungry something to eat. Visiting someone in the prison is to communicate with them, talk to them, encourage them. Going to the hospital, likewise. Likewise. Don't forsake laying the hands. You think these Negro men laying hands on somebody? No, they so busy trying to tell you what to do and how to do it and the way to do it. All they care about is being a king and a leader. And they don't even understand. Neither one of them holds the position at all. Because you have to be truly a follower 100 with Yah to be any leader of anything. And they ain't going nowhere near that. They're boosted and high-minded in all things that they can snatch and appear to you all. But let them route. Tell them, come on with it, with what Sister Deborah's talking about. Because when they finish, they would have to go back. And every time they read, y'all gonna show them. Everything I did was about what she said, give and gave. Something went wrong, y'all. Something went wrong. Okay? And you notice the Jewish people, they put that little box up here. And some people wear their little thing here. It's a frontlet, I think they call it. They put up here. And this is what he says. Bind it. He said, let me show you what he said. He said, bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as a frontlet between thy eyes. Keep it in your mind, in your thought pattern, your mind, and in the strength of your hand. Where you see the strength is at, Deborah, go back up to it. And thy shall, your strength is what you're going to use. Where is it at? And that's, let me go up to the top and teach them diligently. That's telling the children. Might in thy, and with all thy might, that's the hand. All thy strength, y'all, that's the hand. That's why he said, bind it on your hand. Show up and show out. You can't put no box up here to represent loving Yah with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. He's talking about spirit. But men been putting boxes up here for years, putting the thing on their hand. And people don't understand. Just because you read it and you see it as they say that it is, and they got pictures after pictures after pictures, don't mean that's what it is. Because if it was, he would not say, very few shall find therein. That'll be something everybody is doing. But he already know. The pure word. Just ain't no anybody gonna be able to get it. Because he's gonna only allow very few to find their end. And that's the same way. That was Deuteronomy. And in Exodus 13. This is the last verse, y'all. That's it. Exodus 13. Same thing. Exodus 13, verse 16. Exodus 13, verse 16. And it shall be for a token upon thy hand, and for the frontlet between thy eyes. For by strength, there that hand, strength. You see that? And wait a minute, by strength, where I'm at, and Yah brought us forth out of Egypt. By strength, for by strength, Yah brought us out. Did he do it in the natural? He did it what? In the spirit. His strength is spirit, and it is true. So even though they binded it, and as a token on their hand and on their frontlet, they don't understand. He's talking about your spiritual mind and your spiritual strength. So you're going to use this and this to give and gain and be the way Yah said we are to be. He gave us an example. He told us to take care of the orphanage, the widows, the fatherless, and none of our men, they're too ignorant to understand what all three of them have in common, and that is a male. You think they're going to be going out there and taking care of that? You see? You think they're going to do that? That's what Yah say his will is rest therein. And this is what he desired of us. Even when they were saying it was time for them to be judged, and they said, I was hungry, you didn't feed. Well, when were you hungry? See that? It's because you all really think that you loving Yah doing nothing. Oh, no, baby, you got to give and gain. Even if it's your strength. And what he's saying is this, y'all. This is what he's saying. Deborah, give me your mind, heart, spirit, and strength. I own it anyway. So you give it to me in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Okay, Father, I believe in Yeshua HaMashiach and the mission of him. Bam, he bring that ruach. Now that the HaMashiach bring that ruach into my spirit. Now it's time for me to get this flesh to do the things in which I've done in the spirit and do it in the flesh to others, to my neighbors. You see? That's what it's all about. When he said your neighbors, he's giving you a chance to do it like you gave him your life. Then you do to your neighbors as you would do yourself. You gave him you, so give them you. Give them your time. Find something in scriptures that might encourage someone. Help someone if they need some help. Visit someone. Pray for someone. You can be down praying for someone, giving all your strength in a prayer. All your natural strength till you just fall out on the floor. See, it's simple. We made it hard. So that's the message I wanted to put out today. So did anyone have any questions? Anything someone wants to ask? I appreciate you all in the live chat today. Pray for our sister and share. Okay. Will do. Is that name Cher? Yes, pray for her. Yes, Father Yah. In her time and in her need, Father, right now. She needs you, Father Yah. Right now, Father Yah. Yes, Father Yah. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Pray for the sister. That's right. That's how you do that. You just go on in. Pray for her. Yes, Father Yah. Yes. Yes, Father God. Mm. Yes, Father God. Let your will be done, Father. Right now, Father. Not our will, but thy will. Father God. It was Matthew 22 and 37. What did I have? What did I have? And you all, let's pray for that sister that's in need. Father God. Father God. And I was doing that since I was a little girl. My mother said, you'll give your head away if it wasn't screwed onto it, onto you, to your neck. That's good. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay. That was Matthew's 22 and 37, wasn't it? Somebody had it on there. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Help this old lady out a little bit, please. Help this little old lady out. 22 and 37. Oh, Jerusalem. Jerusalem. No, that's not it. 30. Wait a minute. What was that? 22? Oh, you're right. You're right. Because I'm on 23. 22 and 37. Let's see if that's it. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, it said the same thing. And Yeshua said unto him, thou shalt love thy Yah, thy God, with all thy heart. Give me all your heart. And with all thy spirit. Give me all thy spirit. And with all thy mind. Now, he don't want your flesh. He said you can't even worship him in your flesh. So he ain't talking about your flesh. He's talking about your spirit. He already owned it. He just said that's what Yeshua HaMashiach came for, to redeem us back. And when we accept Yeshua HaMashiach as the blood sacrifice that came to redeem us and to forgive us for our sin, that brings us back. And he said, just trust that and give it all back to me. You see, it's like he said, seek ye the kingdom and all shall be added. You see, and then he's saying that because he's letting you know, how do you seek the kingdom first? By giving him all of you. You see, giving it all back. That strength, that spiritual mind, that spiritual heart. You see what I'm saying? That spirit itself. You can't do nothing with it. What you gonna do with it? You can't do nothing with it. But one thing he do, and that's the choice. He said, give it to me, what already belonged to me. That's so beautiful. Somebody said they was doing that since they was little. That's good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get rid of my store, sell it. And I think that's something I'm going to get involved in. And I'm going to have to go on the highways and these byways and start doing something, doing what I used to do. I'm going to put it like that. Just tell the truth. Just do what I know I used to do. Get back involved in that, you know. And I just thank the Most High for each and every last one of you all. Anyone? Oh! I forgot to tell you all. I was troubled today, and not. It had to have started like right before I got on, because I was hearing as I was doing my study. I had to cut off the TV because I kept hearing all this stuff about this thing that's out. You know what? I know y'all gonna give me some rest tonight. I know he gonna give me some rest. Because let me tell y'all, I just cannot grip how these people got people believing that a virus is out. I just can't grip that. How can a mind be so deceived? How can people believe in that? How could people? So only thing I can think of is my Father's will. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I can think of, because it doesn't make any sense. How did now he ain't connected to this? This is the beast himself playing, okay? But it is the will in which he's walking in. Let's set an example. The beast know how to walk behind Yah. You see, here we are, said we are his children, and we walk everywhere outside of getting behind him. The beast is fulfilling the will of the Father. And we are walking all over the place and all in different directions, ignoring him that's walking in the front of us. But the beast have sense enough to walk behind. It's crazy. Yes, he was wounded for our transgression and bruised for our iniquity. Chastisement on our peace was upon him, and with his stripe we are healed. Now you see that word, we are healed. We are healed. I don't understand. It's just, do you think it's a strong delusion? It's a strong something. I'm trying to figure out, and I shouldn't be. That's why I said I know he gonna give me some sleep tonight. He had me going today, though. He did. He had me going. And that's me. Even when somebody would even borrow from me or anything, I don't go say knock. Give me back. No. Oh, whew. I figured when they get it, if they have it, okay. If not, don't go bothering people. At least I don't. Let me not tell you all not to do that, but that's just who I am. Accepting lies. So do you think it's maybe it would have to be a strong, but wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. Do y'all really see what they finna do to you? Do you see what's about to happen? I mean, and it's going like that. How can you get 100,000 people within 1 week affected? It just don't make no sense. It's no truth of it. They trying to get the babies, y'all, first of all, before school starts. That's what they're trying to do. They're going to get the college students, the children. Now all of a sudden, it's coming after them. No, it's no such thing that's out there that's doing that. But yes, they do have, it is, I think it is a biochemical, that they develop. But as long as you stay away from them hospitals, you'll be okay. Because that's where they have to count the numbers. And they're going to take you down. Father, Yah, I don't ever want to move or get involved in trying to tamper with his will. Let your will be done. Because why is it that? And they said, it just blew. And Charles came in, he said, what's wrong with you? I said, do you know they said it's 70% of the people that accepted the V? No, they lying. They lying, you all. Want me to tell y'all the truth? If they got 30%. If they got 30%. And 30% of that, say 6% of that 30 has passed away from that V. They ain't telling y'all nothing. It's nowhere near half that have accepted it. These business closed down here. I tell you what happened here. They went to court today. The county had a court date to go before the judge to take the mask mandate. They was fighting. Wealthy white people, they was up in there fighting for their right. You should have heard the way they said it on television, how the judge said he threw that mess out of the court. Told him that ain't got nothing to do with him. That don't belong, that's belong with the state. I was like, I knew they was going to do that anyway because they can't overpower the beast. You can't win. But the problem I have is to be living this day to see the beast easily deceive the people. So easy. They lying, y'all. They are lying. And the smart of the smart. And then they get these people in these hospitals and in the community to be lying. Seeing these people dying and all these people got it. And how did they do that? Oh, Biden, he sure said that winter, that dark winter. I knew it was something coming, but it's going to be worse than the first one. Not because it's worse than the first one. It's the way the beast. And when I say the beast, y'all, I kind of feel off balance saying the beast. But you got to understand the beast is the strength of the power of the wicked. It is the power of the wicked. You know, when he said he created the wicked for the days of evil, when it is the power of the evil. Let's put it like that. You see? So it's come to fulfill who? My Father's word. And that's what makes it so hard, I guess, for me, because I know that it got to be. And I'm going to tell you something, baby, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all do not understand. And I think this is so sad. It's really sad. Don't ever think this is about money. Don't ever think that this is about greed, baby. Don't ever think that this is this where we at today ain't got nothing to do with money. It ain't got nothing to do with greed. It got nothing to do with that. Beast ain't never been after money. That's what's put there to make us think that. Principality in high places. Sound like spirits to me. High places. Ain't no money in high places, y'all. And when I'm saying high places, I'm talking about spirit. Do you know them same one principality in high places is the one that's going to it's not going to try. They're going to be the one that battle with y'all in high places. Y'all, this ain't got nothing to do with no money. They didn't close your business. They didn't bought all the foreigners out. Told them to destroy and nobody's saying nothing. You go in the stores, do y'all know that they got rid of all the truckers? A lot of the guys that drive trucks, they got rid of them to keep the stuff from getting to you, and nobody's seeing the shelves are real. I'm going into the stores, and when I see it, my little heart goes, whoop. That's seeing reality of what was prophesied. I go, whoop. That's what happens to me when I see these things, because I know it need be. It has to go in the direction in which Yah has prophesied. But it hurts, y'all. It hurts. And when I sit and see people sitting here praising the idea of putting a mask on, praising the idea of lying. Why would you want to work in a place, in a hospital facility, knowing they lying? Why? You're destroying your own country. But you need to be destroyed because he said he's going to destroy you anyway. But it's just the idea how all of them fall in place and nobody says nothing. I'm going to be honest. I was saying to the Most High, if the people, Father, would have boycott and picket and marched the first time, after it got halfway through there, they marched and started standing for really right, then yeah, it'll make the beast have to slow down, go back to the drawing board and come up with You see what I'm saying? But look how smooth they came right back on us. You see? Like it ain't like, hey, so what? Close the schools. They're gonna be closing the schools. They're gonna be, I don't know if they're gonna close everything now. It ain't got nothing to do with the money, y'all. It ain't got nothing to do with closing things. We got to get these people injected with something. We got to get them all. That's the only way we're gonna beat the plan that we had. If all of as many as we possibly can, and we were nowhere near that number, we'll tell them we 70%, and that'll get the others running. They said that today. I was like, how long, Father, must they do this? Now they know darn well it's nowhere near 70. If it's 30, 32, I give or take no more than 32 didn't receive that. But they getting away with using the media, the four corners. And that's what bothers Sister Deborah when others get on here and they talk about stuff that don't mean nothing. Mean nothing. And no, and nobody is embracing. But you know what? The other day, was that the other day? Or was I speaking to some other people? Where he was saying, no, I think I was on here. The 10 version. Remember? Why is it he speaks of coming in the night? The night is the night, but it's a night behind a night. I believe he's coming when the darkness is the darkest. I mean, the wicked is so high leveled to the point he's going to come when you least expect him. But I think the night actually mean the night, but also it's connected to the darkness as well as evil. You see? I really do. I really do think that's what he's also connecting it. Because to me, today, from what I can discern and understand today, hey, let me tell you, if it get any worse than this, it's already no turning back. But what only problem that I have an issue with, people are volunteer playing their game with them. And that it's just like, do y'all see that they bought all of the farmers out? They closing up your hospital facility. You're going to only have to deal with them online. Mm-hmm. They closed all those restaurants, those places that people went out. They never did come back. That was a lie. When they stopped the unemployment, guess what? That was a lie about all them jobs was there. That was a lie. That was a lie. A lot of you all can go back into your community and you'll see things still closed down, never reopened. A lot of them did take the money and run. And everybody is now trying to find shelter. A Caucasian lady out there by my store, I see her all the time, and she was saying, Miss Deborah, it's time to run. She said, yeah, it's time to run. I told the kids, she said, now take your batteries. If you're saving batteries, put them in the fridge so you can save them so they won't die out or something like that. I said, oh, yeah? She said, yeah. She said, I'm telling my kids now, when it's time to run, it's going to be time to run. We ain't coming back to the house to get nothing. We just going to be going. We just going, she said, she's going to look for her a cage. I think that's what she said. Something like that. But I'm like, oh, yeah? She said, so, she's a Caucasian lady. Now, see, they know what time it is. Then I began to talk to so many of them out there, and they all preparing their house. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Y'all didn't know that, did you? They preparing their house. They got their weapons, and they storing their food. They put new rooms. They getting windows done. You should see them. They getting redoing their whole house. See, they thinking it's going to get back better. But they also know the truth of it. It's really about to happen. And I believe them preparing their house by painting and adding rooms. That's a way of throwing their mind off of what they really already prepared for. They know what time it is. While we out here as a nation of people, oh, we waiting for something. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're all waiting for something. You know what we're waiting for? We waiting for Yah to destroy us and get his small remnant up out of here. That's what we waiting for. But you know what? A lot going down with Babylon. Going down with Babylon. It's so much that is taking place that is drawing the hearts of people out of the total area. It wouldn't be like you all, it wouldn't be like we really thinking that we have to do something so that we can be found uh, uh, present before him. He already know us. He know our inside and our out. He knew who we were before we were in our mother's womb. So when we can't pull something over his eyes. He been there, done that. It's over with him. He already made his new Jerusalem. Yep, that online. That's it, but it made me so scary. It scared me because it made me realize, Deborah, this is it. You run and tell them people this day. Come on now, go back to understanding. Grip it, grip yourself. Come on together. Come on, get it right. It is the day. Don't forget, and it is so true. Yeah. When I saw that, I was saying, it's just crazy. I try to enroll my daughter in school. They say, nope, you got to do it online. I come to get them. They got a house that they lease it. All my children stay in, and an occupancy permit. That's what I thought you had to have. I ain't never known you couldn't just not have that. You can't do that no more. I went down there to try to get it. They don't let you get it. Can't go down there no more. You can't go to the government buildings no more. You can't go to the Social Security office no more. It's just so many things have shut down, and people walking around like it ain't nothing. I believe a lot of people are turning to drugs and alcohol. I really do. Because I just can't grip why ain't nobody paying attention to what the lie. The lie is just as big as the sun. Oh my goodness. Did I go there? Yes, I did. The lie is as big as the sun. As big as the sun. The lie that they tell it and nobody can see it. That's very confusing to me. Because I would have never thought that so many people will fall for it. And now they trying, I don't know if y'all know this, they trying to play those who have gotten the V against those who haven't. I'm sitting here listening to them, trying to start a war between those two. I'm like, because the people that got it think they really all let in some. But when they said 70% received the V, I said, that's going to push a lot of people over to go get it. Because they're going to say they almost reaching the mark. So I'm going to go and get it. That's just about everybody. You see what I'm saying? They're giving people hundreds and thousands of dollars to go get this. When did this ever happen? Ever on the face of the earth where they gave you anything to let them put something in your system? I don't get it. I'm going to tell you what's deeper than that. I'm going to go there, y'all. And I'm going to tell you. This is what got me today, too. You know who you are in Yah. When here you are standing at the narrow gate and the multitude is over here and they over here bothering you. How you gonna bother me? I'm standing at the narrow gate because you know where I'm standing. You know who I am. That's why. That's the only thing I can think of. People been on this devil platform for years and years. They ain't gonna bother them because they talking what they want. They want them to talk. They have been doing it for years. Everything they tell them to do, and that is to go up against their own people. Lie to your own people. Just like in the community. They use us to get all our people vaccinated. To get all our people to take the V. But then, you see how that works? So when I'm standing over in the narrow gate, I'm sitting here watching all these people on YouTube talk about this V, and they calling it exactly what it is. They ain't calling it no V. They talking about the whole thing, and they not even getting cut off. And I'm like, what the crap is that? They know who's serving them. That's why. They know who's who. As long as you're on this devil platform feeding the people something that don't matter, they'll let you be on here years and years and years. And that's what they're doing. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. These people here gang banging on this thing. These people here going up against each other and teaching others how they doing it. And everybody can't wait to get on YouTube to listen to it. But don't even understand. They're not giving you anything. That's why the beast allowed them to be on here so long. And I said, if people see I can't get it. And here it is, Sister Deborah, standing here in the narrow gate with one, and they over here bothering her. What kind of crap is that? It doesn't make any sense outside of who you are in the spirit. They were able to discern who you are. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of. I get out here and hear all these Caucasian people talking way beyond what I'm saying. It's because when you listen to them, it sounds like they talking against it, but they really talking to support it. I'm sitting here listening. I said, what is going on? When you see our people on this platform and they talking all this yang about everything outside of trying to direct you to a light, the light in which Christ can lead you toward the way of Yah, and they want to share with you everything else, and they're not giving you no food for your spirit, you better kick them people to the curb. They've been on here long enough. They've been on here long enough. And they think because they've been here, they don't understand. Y'all gonna let you stay on here probably till you fall dead on the platform. Father, y'all, I ain't got no sense. I know it. Because you have to support the beast. If you're not for him, he said you are what? Against him. So if the beast didn't had you on his side that many years, that tells you what? You can't be on both sides. Tell me, you think Yeshua came here and them slapping him across his head, trying to kill him as a baby for these people to be on this devil platform 10, 15, 20, 30 years? Ain't nothing being done to them. Come on now. But here your little old Deborah come up here at the gate, the narrow gate with one, and they gonna come up. You see, it doesn't make any sense. And I was saying, Father, they know who you are. I know who I am. He said, yeah, they're gonna have to. They gonna know. They already know. I get on, even on the phone. I told you about me and this man was talking a couple of times, and they was on our line. Then next thing you know, they're doing all kind of things on my phone regarding conversations I haven't had. I'm like, you see, I'm a threat. You know? That's a sad thing, though, if you really think about that. How can a person be on here so many years for the beast? Never admitting that they own his platform because they don't want to get kicked off. You know why? They trying to reach a mark. They trying to reach the mark of their K, their numbers. Oh, yes. Pray for that. Pray that Yah gives you the spirit of endurance. So whenever you hear things that's going on and you see it in your spiritual eye and you hear it in your spiritual ear, you'll be able to endure it because you say, oh, Father, I see that's you. You think I don't see you. You'll let him know that, yeah, I see what you let me see it. And it's horrible, but yet, you got me. I see you. It is a spirit. It is a spirit. Endurance is not something that you can have of your own. And that's where the problem is at. A lot of people think who they are and what they are. And a lot of them are. They owned. But Yah has spirits that he puts in you. He don't just let, like he said in Proverbs, what's that? Proverbs 16:2. In a man's eyes is clean. but he measures the spirits, meaning that there are spirits. See, in them, they all righteous, they all this, but he sees spirits in them, wicked spirits. When that's how it is with his spiritual spirits, the devil always trying to mimic him. And see, he has spirits set up in people. Yah has his spirits set up in you. The spirit of faith. You ain't got no faith. This flesh can't hold nothing. The spirit of endurance. The spirit of long suffering. You see? Guess what else? He marked you for his name's sake. You see? For his name's sake, not yours. And he gets you prepared to endure until the end. You see? These are spirits. Yes, all glory to the Most High Yah. What you call it? Lie juice. Lie juice. He said a lie. What is it? The lie juice. That's cute. Yep. That spirit of endurance let you go a long ways, but without it, and when it comes, guess what? You're gonna have it. You're gonna have it. It's never gonna leave you nor forsake you. It's gonna be there. And even your family members, they'll say, well, how did you didn't put up what you okay? Because they wondering how you're able to, to stand. Oh, he did. Oh, yeah. But that's how they got him. That's how they get him. And make them think that their health problems and their issues that they have is going to be interfered. Let me tell y'all, they done so many, they done lied. Woo! Something definitely went wrong. That's right. Mm-hmm. Oh, he'll give it to them too. The children. Oh, yes, he will. Something else. Ask the Father if he would save, sanctify, and fill your children with his ruach. And let them know this is just a mother prayer, Father. Let your will be done. That's what I say every night. Sometimes I say it in the daytime. Because lie juice. Some juice called lie. Y'all ought to quit. That long suffering is something too. That's another spirit. Yes. Yes. Yep. It needs to be because it's his will. And he'll help you. That's what the comforter do. He'll come comfort you, and anything happen, I don't care what it is. He'll come comfort you, and then he'll turn around and say, this need be. And all of a sudden, when he says that, you're okay because he didn't comfort you. And then he whispered that in your spirit, this need be. In a sense, okay, Father, this is your will. You see? That's beautiful. I always say it, as long as he give you the strength, I always say that. Because it's nothing we can do with these kids, y'all. It's nothing we can do. Because I did not know. See, I run my mouth. But let me tell you, I didn't know how deep it was. Isaiah chapter 3. That's what we are facing right now. That's what's coming upon us right now. Because anytime somebody tell you they going to cause the children to be your oppressor, do you know what that means? You better look up oppressor. Oh, yes. They're going to cause your children. What is your children? The one you love. Ask the word love. Let's take it back again. The one you give everything to. You giving them your life, your energy, your strength, your time as a mother. They call up to the school. Have y'all, I'm gonna show y'all exactly where you know that the Most High hasn't forgotten us. If you was looking at the world news, anything go down with a man, a woman, younger children, teenagers, adult children, they always talk about mama. 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 A son can go out there and burn a building down. First thing the news gonna say, his mother was at home. Always talking about where the mother is when these children out here doing things they ain't got no business doing. Always the mama. Well, wait a minute now. What happened to the head? What happened to the leader? They never look for father. Y'all, and nobody won't say nothing about it. Nobody won't teach it and nobody won't preach it. But I don't care. It's over. It's over. Yep. That's what I do too. I just say father whenever, because you would want him to just say, okay, that's it, y'all. But his word everything has to come into play. But yeah, that's a sad thing. I don't care what happened. You can be a grown man, you can be a teenager, you can be a elementary student or whatever. I don't care what happened. They always blame mama. They never ask, where is dad? Where is his father? He didn't have a father in the home. They don't ask nothing. They just blame the mama. That's why I know y'all got something invested in his will for us as women. Oh, no, you can't say nothing to them. You better not say nothing to them kids. But I don't know what's wrong with me. I just ain't got no sense. That's just all it is to it. I don't care how grown they are. I say something anyway. I'll let them know, you don't scare me. They don't bother me no way. They don't think I got no sense no way. I think they got the best mother in the whole wide world. I always call her mama. And nobody won't say nothing. They want to get on this devil platform talking I'm a king and a leader of what? Your nasty clothes? Because you ain't king nothing and you ain't led nothing. According to my father's will, you ain't led nothing. It's crazy. That is crazy. I know it's getting late, y'all. I done went into 2 hours. Did anybody have any other topics? Why is that? I mean, just, and you know what? Going back to what I was telling y'all, give and gave, we bypass who he really is. They put this word love in front of his action of give and gave represent who he is. You see? So we look at love and we run around here trying to figure out what is love. I want to love my enemy. Father, teach me to love my enemy. And then he turned around and told them, love thy enemy. What did he say? Love thy enemy and do good to those who spitefully misuse and abuse you. Why is that? Why is that? He's talking about loving them. He's telling you to give them. See, when you give them something, that wipe away a multitude of anything that they have against you. You see, he even says it. Give your enemy a gift. Take him a gift. See that? Give him something. I'm telling y'all, every time y'all read that word, y'all gonna see that old lady wasn't right. Everything he have said is covered with give and gave. And if it's a word that's there and it's not saying give and gave, you look it up. It's gonna be connected to it. Just like life. I wouldn't have never thought until he took me to Genesis. I said, we have to go all the way back here. And he took it to the third verse where he said that, see, let. Then I looked at let up in Greek and it meant give. And in the Hebrew definition, it didn't have a Hebrew strong for let, but it had a Hebrew definition, and it was give. One of them was give. See? So while he was saying let, he was giving. How was he giving? Right hand. Everything he said, let my right hand give you this. Let my right hand give you that. Let my right hand give you that. Tell me, I'm telling y'all, this is such an awesome creator. He is such an awesome creator. I never known and I never disrespect my mom. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's good. I agree. Yep. I enjoy it. Thank you. But yep, you sure right. Yeah, I had a dad. My daddy, he died. I think he spent, oh my goodness, probably 5 years. Have it been 5 years? 5 or 6 years? 5 or 6 years. And you know what? When my daddy yelled at us, he thought he was whooping us. He didn't even know how to yell at us. You get in there and sit down. Boy, but when mama get on you, it's a different story now. Mama get on you, she don't know how to get off. I'm telling you. But we didn't get whoopings and beatings. Some people say they got beatings and whoopings. I don't know about all that. My mama didn't do us like that. But when we got whoopings, mama whoop us with a belt. It was like she wouldn't stop. Then she'd stop and so back over. But daddy, he thought when he raised his voice, that was good enough. You know? And he didn't do that often. But I'm gonna tell you, I thank the Most High for my dad, and I just thank the Most High. Woo! I'm just glad my daddy is up out of here. Woo, Father, thank you. Woo! I'm so glad. Glad he's up out of here. Woo! I am. Wonderful man. He really was. And his family said that he ain't had a fight in his life. My daddy had green eyes. His eyes turned green, gray, and light brown. And he had a really soft baby kind of, like, you know how baby hair was? He was, and everybody said he had some nice legs. My dad had nice legs. He had like muscular looking legs. My dad, my dad about probably 6'1", something like that. Yeah. All he did was work 2 jobs. Made sure we had. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think about how my brothers knew. Huh? Mama sure told him. When you said Mama showed that butter. She sure did, and she'll start and then stop and start right back. But we got it. We didn't get it that bad because I used to really feel sad to hear people talk about how they got disciplined and got whooped. But let me tell y'all something that y'all do not know. And I sit here and I'm giving y'all this here and I'm telling y'all about my title is Something Went Wrong. Not just that went wrong. That is one of the major things because it keeps us from really knowing who he really is. If you can see him giving and gave, you will see him bigger than what we can even imagine. You see what I'm saying? Because if you can see everything that he has given and everything that he has gave, you know, It's here. It's given to us, and he has given it, he has gave it. But this word love, we can't define that. You can read this Bible front to back, back to front. We can't look at Abraham and say that's love. We can't look at Moses and say that's love. Ain't nothing they did, okay, that represents anything that Yah said love is. And if he didn't say love, he gave and he gave and he gave. You see? So we can't even define it in here. We can say it's in there because it's printed in there. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is that it takes us from really understanding what is his feelings for us. You see? And that was to give us all of who he is, who he was, and who he is going to be. That's beautiful. You can't ask for more than that. Because he is the I am. He is all. And people, they can say, like I said, you can get 100 people in one day to sit down with a piece of paper, and you'll have 100 different definitions of love. And not one of them would match. That's how really deep it is. None of them would match, because people's love is their own definition, their own understanding. And that's what he was saying to me today. Something went wrong. In a sense, not he said, Deborah, tell them something went wrong in like, okay, something's wrong right here. No. Something went wrong in what was right. Something went wrong with something that was right. He is all right and righteous, and we went wrong on him. Because he's showing us what he wants us to be. Now think now, he didn't say love your mother and your father. He didn't say Adam love Eve, and you ain't gonna see him say Abraham love what's her name? Sarah loved Abraham. He would tell you, why did you think back in the days when a man would want a woman, what did he have to do? He had to pay. What do pay mean? Give. You see? It's deep, y'all. It's deep. It's deep. Now, he want her for all his own reasons. But even that reason back then, he couldn't have loved her. He didn't know her. And the majority of them, they didn't know each other. So it wasn't no love in it. The woman couldn't love him and he couldn't love her. It was about what? Giving this man money and cattle and everything for his daughter. What do love have to do with it? Where's the love in that, child? It's never was. Abraham's son, his servant, to go find Isaac, a wife. You see? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Oh, that's a good one there, ain't it? Why do you think Jacob couldn't get? Was that Rebecca? He ended up with Leah. Where's the love in that? You see? Where? And then the moment he do get her and she birthed him children, she was the first one back. Where is that love? See, somewhere when they start to feel a certain way towards something, they always get up out of here. Because it's really a lot of sick love. Because y'all love is to give and gave, and we done flipped it and made it a sick love. And none of y'all probably wouldn't even give it a thought. Wait a minute. That's a good point. That's why we can't unite. That's why we can't help one another. We can't do for one another. Then they say Black people need to buy in their own community and help they fellow brother and help by what? Buying. So what's that doing? Giving. And they getting something. You see, it still have to do with giving. To show that we are one. You get it? So it's still, you see how give and gave is the key to it all. Something went wrong. And that's sad. That's really sad. So now it makes me understand Why all the time I thought all the love that I give, why I get nothing in return? You get it? All that I've given and continue to give and don't understand why I keep giving and have gave, but ain't nobody loving me. Ain't nobody giving me. Ain't nobody gave me anything. You see? Something's messed up. Something's messed up, y'all, because something went wrong. It's something to think about. And from now on, when y'all pick up that word, those that's out there at the sound of my voice that have heard this message in Give and Gave, y'all gonna identify himself in it. Everything that you read, you're gonna notice it's connected with something he gave or he gave. So I'm not gonna hold you all for his life for Rachel. He sure did. But got lived. And he got her what he drunk? You see? Wait a minute. Hold up. New revelation, y'all. Let's go there. Jacob, when he had Leah, wasn't he drunk or wasn't he out of